Just kidding. It's garden update time. So, gonna go through the tomatoes real quickly. They're getting really big. I'm gonna be laying down some cardboard in the yard, in these little pathways. So I'm starting to accumulate some. Here's a green giant, number 1. Green giant number 2. There's a bloody butcher. Black cherry number 1. Black cherry number 2. This is blush number 1. Look at how weirdly frilly the leaves are on the blush. Blush number 2. Same deal going on here. It looks like it has a virus, but it's just how it was last year too. Honey drop number 1. Honey drop number 2. Both of them getting pretty tall as well. There is sun gold number 1, number 2, and number 3. All looking about the same. Sun peach number 1 here. Sun peach number 2. Nice and green. All the growth. No signs of disease anywhere. Seems like everything's getting the right nutrients. This thing was getting a phosphorus deficiency. This is the Sweet 100. These leaves down here were like really purple and like dark looking. You can see a little bit of it there, but it's since reversed. I've given it a bunch of nutrients and seems to be blasting off now. So let's find a spot we can step through. Alright, Virginia Sweets number 1. I'm getting pretty tall. I haven't strung these this side up yet. I'm about to do that right now. It's Virginia Sweets number 2, a little smaller. Gold medal number 1. Gold medal number 2. Chef's Choice orange. Caspian pink number 1 and number 2. Right now they're kind of in a bunchy configuration with their leaves all folded up for nighttime. Like, see how this one's doing it a lot right here. This one. So you can kind of see it there too. So Caspian pinks 1 and 2. Oh, it's killed like 18 billion. Springtails. Chef's Choice pink. This one's getting pretty vigorous. Starting to get some interesting leaves. Potato leaf, but with like these extra chunguses. And we got the bread and salts. 2 of those. Those are doing. We got the... Oh, yeah, that was a Chef's Choice pink. I think I said that, unless I said Brandy Boy, but this is Chef's Choice pink. And then this is Brandy Boy. Same deal, another hybrid Brandy 1. And then right here is 1929 Abe Lincoln. And you can see the Caspian pinks are the tallest in this row. Which are those 2 right there. And then next tallest I would say is probably the Virginia Sweets or the Chef's Choice pink, honestly. And then you got 2 Cherokee purples here at the end. All doing well. And then we're going to skip over to this row. We've got Snapdragon there. I just topped it, so all the side shoots are starting to grow out. So that's soon going to be kind of bushy and have more flowers. The yarrow seems to be taking hold. The leaves are getting nice and bushy and it's growing a bunch of new growth. I'm getting a lot of these things popping up everywhere. And for anyone who's in the know, they know that it's also the same thing as this, which is, and it's also the same thing as this. And I'm leaving them on purpose. They are a plant called borage, and that's going to be some nice pretty flowers eventually. So same with this snapdragon. I topped it, meaning I snipped off the top stem. See that there? And now all those little extra leaves, all these, are going to be, this will be 2 stems, and then there'll be 2 more stems from there. So it'll get a lot more flowers now. And then, I should have done it a lot lower in the plant, but it's okay. We got our watermelon finally starting to blast off here. So if you notice, the vine's starting to elongate, starting to get some little tendrils. Searching. See those? Little curly guys. And then this is the growth tip right here. So we're gonna have to get this strung up, and it's gonna start growing up the string. So that'll be the project tomorrow when I get home from work. Here's the honey nut squashes. Same with those. Here's some unagi. This one got annihilated by slugs. This leaf. There's another leaf coming here, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep this plant, because it seems to be a little bit ahead of it now, but we'll find out. See which one ends up in the lead. I'm leaving a lot of doubles just in case. I got this one here. Seems to be doing well. There's like one plant down here that got just wrecked, but I'm leaving it as like a sacrifice to this one. This one's a monster. There's 2 here. They're both pretty big. They're both pretty big. Oh, there's a guy. He's going. Not tonight, Jimmy. Not in my world. Any slugs in there? No? Okay. But yeah, these unagi, they're coming along. They're getting pretty big. I gotta get this grass out of here. Ooh, I'm getting lots of little interesting volunteer plants. I'll show you in a second. I meant to show you over there near the tomatoes. That's the last unagi. Here is the mojito. Here's a replant coming back. No slugs inbound, right? Get those little seedlings out of there. Okay. There's another mojito right here. This grass keeps encroaching. Gotta get a tool over here. These roots are in there. Here's another one that I had to replant that's still suffering some pest pressure, but hopefully it holds up. It's just about to put out its first true leaf, so come on, buddy. And then over here, This one also suffered some pest pressure, but it's been putting out leaves, so that's good. And we got a couple more of these guys over here, more borage. Here are our, I believe it's Soapy summer squash. They're finally starting to put on some foliage and get out of tiny seedling mode, especially when compared to the zucchini, which are clearly much farther along. Tempest zucchini. 3 of those. We got all our beans and our garlic over here. Garlic seems to be staying alive. I don't know if that means anything, if anything's happening down there. But the beans are doing their bean thing. They kind of flop down in the middle of the night. They get all droopy like this. And then they go wee in the middle of the day. Got the Romanesco and the broccoli, Waltham broccoli. All the snap peas. They're doing their stuff. Almost as tall as the fence now. Oh, they're over the fence. Couple spots. Let's check the strawberries. The strawberries are putting out their first flowers. So I've been pinching them off to try to get a bit more foliage going. So here, see? Trying to let the plant devote nutrients to growing leaves and roots rather than fruits right now. So they seem to be doing pretty well. Ugh. These are getting pretty big now. And then over here, look at the raspberry. We're getting our first raspberries on this plant ever. So that's cool. And then, whoa. I was going to show you over here. Look at these little guys. Where's one? Oh yeah. This. That's a tomato seedling from last year's tomatoes. Kind of funny. There's a whole bunch. There's one right there. I pulled some out earlier. There's some right here. Those little guys are. So, kind of funny how that's happening. Just tomatoes growing naturally in my garden. And by naturally, I mean from me leaving stuff out here and then it falling on the ground. We're gonna walk over here real quick because the video is getting long-winded, and we're gonna look at our blackberry and our carrots and our potatoes over here. So this thing here did not do too well carrot wise. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, 4, 5 plants in there. But this one's doing pretty well. Only a couple spots didn't take. And then over here, that one's doing pretty well. Then here's the potatoes. They're ripping now. They're getting real tall. And then over here, you got the blackberry plant. All kinds of potato bugs eating leaves. Probably not good. Might have to give it a spritz. But look at all these blossoms here. Ooh, that one looks like it got bored into by some sort of pest. But yeah, we're gonna have some blackberries, which is really cool. And this is a thornless blackberry. Yeah. See that? No thorns. That's cool. Oh! And that's basically it for fun stuff. You know, we're doing the middle of the season maintenance now, where I'm going to start getting all this stuff tied up so it doesn't fall on the ground. I'm going to start tying up my cucumbers. And doesn't seem like we're in the middle of the season yet with how little these guys are. But they're about to blast off in like a week. Everything's going to be like boom, and then a week from there is going to be like doomp, and then it's going to be like bam. So, I mean, look at the tomatoes already. You can already see how high the row is compared to the surrounding stuff. You know what I mean? They're sticking out now. Whereas when you first start this, it's not that obvious. So, but that's the garden update, flashlight style.